afternoon, everyone. I'm Sarah, product lead for our Connect APIs.
And I am Anran, a software engineer in our ecosystem team of Canva.
And this afternoon, we're going to talk about how you can integrate Canva into your workflows. So most of you are probably quite familiar with our Apps SDK by now. You might have built an app yourself or used one of the hundreds of incredible apps available in Canva, maybe one built by another developer who's here in the room. But the keynote this morning might have been the first time you heard about our newest product for Canva developers, our Connect APIs. So in this session, we're going to really dig into the Connect APIs and explain how you can use them to simplify and streamline workflows, whether you have a platform with users who have some kind of design need, or you're part of a team or organization that uses Canva. We've been hearing for a really long time that our users need Canva to work more deeply and more seamlessly with the other tools that they're also using. We previously offered a really lightweight embedded version of the Canva editor that could be added to third-party platforms, but it was too limited. It didn't include premium Canva features, and it didn't let Canva users access their existing design library. And the consistent feedback that we've heard is that it just wasn't meeting the needs of our users.
That is right, Sarah. What users actually need is for Canva to be truly and seamlessly integrated with their other systems in a way that still gives them the full power of Canva. And that is exactly what we are trying to achieve with the Connect APIs. Imagine a world where your users can create professional on-brand designs with a single click. A world where your users can integrate their designs, automate routine tasks, and even collaborate on designs more efficiently without leaving their platform. In this session, we are going to show you why Connect API is a game changer for businesses across different workflows, how it empowers your team, and how it streamlines your workflows like never before.
We know organizations are hyper-focused on how they can maximize efficiency while still constantly improving quality. The Connect APIs are designed to help teams do exactly that. So whether you're managing an SMB like a creative agency or a large enterprise company like a real estate firm, or you're empowering these organizations with your own software product, Connect API integrates Canva seamlessly with your platform and provides programmatic access to one of the world's best design tools. So your users or team can create, customize, and scale high-quality designs in streamlined workflows. Imagine the efficiency gains from being able to automate repetitive design tasks whilst ensuring that every piece of content, whether it's a marketing asset, client communication, or a report, meets the right brand standards. Connect will empower your team to move faster, be more responsive to market demands, and deliver high-quality designs that reach the right target audience.
And we know for large organizations, security, reliability, and scalability are not negotiable. Connect APIs are enterprise-ready, leveraging the same secure infrastructure that is empowering 190 million people to design every month. And it is also leveraging the best-in-breed security standards like OAuth to protect our users and data. And the users will have control on what data they choose to share. With Connect APIs, you are not just adding a new tool. You are enhancing your existing infrastructure.
All right, so you might be thinking, well, this all sounds really good, but what can I actually build with the Connect APIs? What will the experience look like for my users? So now we're going to run through 3 different types of cross-platform workflows that are enabled by the Connect API. Asset management, design collaboration, and designing at scale with your own data.
To help us demonstrate these 3 workflows, let us revisit our fictional example company, Nourish. Nourish is actually our open source demo integration, and you can check it out in our Connect API starter kit. Imagine that Nourish is a company selling fresh, healthy meals to their customer. They have an online platform with a backend where they manage their inventory, their product description, and prices, and an online store where they sell directly to their customers. And, of course, they use Canva to edit their images and create all of their product listings. For each of the 3 workflows, we will going to take a look at how Nourish have used Connect APIs to make their business processes smoother. Plus, we will also touch on how real Canva customers and partners have used Connect API to improve their processes.
That's right. So our first workflow is asset management. And this is a really common pain point across organizations of all sizes, from SMBs right up to large multinational enterprises. It's not uncommon for the creative assets for a single marketing campaign to number in the hundreds or thousands, and there might be dozens of these campaigns running in parallel at any one time. Typically, these organizations will use a whole suite of different software to store, track, and publish these assets, in addition to using Canva for their editing needs. So you can see how asset management quickly becomes a huge pain point, because with all these assets being manually moved from system to system throughout the normal creative process, it's really difficult to maintain version control and really easy for assets to get lost. And at Nourish know this pain very well, but they have used the Connect APIs to improve the situation. Like many companies, they have a huge digital asset library with tens of thousands of pictures and videos of their different menu items and other marketing assets. And these are stored in their custom platform, edited in Canva, and then published to their online store. Historically, keeping them up to date meant tedious manual downloads and uploads for the Nourish team, which was not only inefficient, but also really risky.
Yes, Sarah, but Nourish have completely streamlined their asset management flow with Connect APIs. So their creative team might be adding a new asset, or editing their existing design files, or updating their folder structure from Canva. And all these changes are instantly reflected and available from their Nourish platform. This ensures that the digital assets are always up to date and easily accessible, while also reducing the risk of errors with versions.
And if someone in the team decides that an asset stored in the Nourish platform requires some changes, they can open it in Canva with a single click, use our powerful and user-friendly editor to make the changes to the photo or video that they need, maybe use one of our incredible AI apps. And then once they're done, they can return the asset back to the Nourish platform with one click. You can see how they've enabled really effortless transitions between the 2 platforms and made the editing process super smooth and efficient.
In just 3 months since we launched Connect APIs, we've had many partners and customers from different industries like banking, real estate, and e-commerce, just to name a few, building and integrations and simplifying their asset management flow. Later on, we're actually going to invite our partner Hootsuite onto the stage to share with us a bit more about how they are solving the asset management struggle for our shared customers. In summary, the assets, designs, folders, and export API provide a seamless solution to fill the gap between Canva and other systems. With live syncing, easy editing, and automatic updates, you are always up to date with the latest design feedback, and you are ensuring that you will put your focus on what really matters, creating and managing the best content.
So that is asset management and how the Connect API can enable streamlined workflows there. But it's not just asset management. Our next workflow is collaboration throughout the design process. Collaboration is at the heart of every successful design project, whether you're creating marketing assets, instructional materials, or shareholder reports. It's generally a team effort and requires input and sign-off from a whole range of different stakeholders. And with different teams working in different systems, managing this feedback and review cycle can be really painful. Jumping between platforms to manage feedback, notifications, and tasks really slows teams down and creates unnecessary friction.
Let's take a look at how Nourish are tackling this problem. They have used the Comments API and the webhook notifications to make collaboration easier than ever. Their creative team can seek for feedback on their designs by tagging the relevant teammates from Canva, while the other stakeholders, like the nutrition team or the brand team, will receive the request, share their feedback, and write from Nourish platform. Everyone will be always up to date with the latest feedback and revisions without jumping between platforms.
That's right. By streamlining the design collaboration processes, Nourish have not only saved time for all the different stakeholders involved, but also improved the quality of their marketing materials and their ability to respond really quickly to market trends. So now the marketing team can focus on creativity rather than juggling notifications and reaching out to people in different platforms.
We have used these APIs to build valuable integrations with platforms like Slack that have seriously sped up our ability for Canva users to collaborate on designs with their team. They can receive collaboration notifications directly on Slack, and then they can even choose to respond directly by replying to comments or providing final design sign-offs. And those are always recorded in Canva straight away. Chasing your stakeholders down for design and document feedbacks is a thing of the past with the Connect API. We have been bridging the gaps between platforms and ensuring that nobody misses on important updates. And your collaboration process will be easier than ever.
And we have saved the best for last, autofill. We're especially excited to talk about autofill because there were so many developers last year at our first Canva Extend who were really interested in this specific functionality. So one of the biggest challenges that organizations face throughout the creation process is the need to really scale up their output whilst still ensuring that everything remains perfectly on brand. Yes, we know that marketing teams are constantly creating new assets so they can run new campaigns or test different variants with audiences, but it's not just marketing teams. Real estate agents constantly need to create new leaflets and social media posts for every new property listing. Sales teams need to create personalized pitch materials for every customer or prospect. And HR teams need to create employee contract and onboarding docs for every new hire. And the process typically looks the same across all these examples. That HR manager, real estate agent, or sales exec manually copies and pastes information about that property, prospect, or employee into an existing template. This is not only tedious and inefficient, but really quickly can lead designs to veer off-brand. But the Connect API solves this problem by connecting branded templates created in Canva directly to any data source so that these designs can be generated in a single click. So brand designers, as you can see here, can create standardized templates in Canva, and they can specify which of the text, image, or chart elements in the design should be populated with data from that external source. And then those other team members, like the real estate agents or sales execs, can create unique designs using those templates and that data source in one click. And they can do it directly from the systems they're working in, whether that's a property database or a CRM system.
Back to our friends at Nourish. Autofill has changed the game for Nourish team by massively reducing the number of hours their design team have to spend creating digital assets. Nourish are constantly updating their menu and running sales on different items. And this means they have to create dozens of designs every month. This can be a really time-consuming job for their designers when they have to individually create their designs to ensure brand consistency, and they also have to jump between Canva and Nourish to match up the prices and the product descriptions. But with Connect API, they have automated the entire process into a single click.
That's right. Using the Autofill API, together with the Brand Templates API, Nourish are pulling text, images, and other data from their custom platform directly into those Canva templates to create on-brand designs at scale. There's no need to involve designers each time a new asset is needed. They've already done the heavy lifting by creating the branded templates that the Nourish team can access.
And then the autofill will automatically populate the beautiful brand templates with the right data, including the product descriptions, pricing, images, and more, creating multiple on-brand assets in one instant. All these assets are ready to be deployed to their online store and their social media platform, maintaining consistency and ensuring they are saving their precious time. This process is streamlined and can all be done from Nourish platform.
And it's not just retail businesses like Nourish. As I mentioned before, autofill can really help to optimize workflows across a whole range of different verticals, from those HR offer letters to those real estate property listings, translations for digital ads or banking materials. We're already working with Canva customers across a whole range of different verticals who are streamlining their workflows with the autofill API. We're thrilled to announce, for example, that Canva customer Ray White, one of the largest real estate groups in Australia, have massively expedited the creation of their property marketing materials already using autofill. And we're especially excited that we have just added support for Canva charts to our autofill API too. So you can now include beautiful visualizations of any data set with Canva's wide range of charts. So whether you're looking to create monthly sales figure reports, employee growth reports, or local property price trends, the autofill API can save you time. You can see that autofill is really a game changer for any kind of a team with a design need who are looking to scale up their efforts. It provides a really seamless and efficient way to generate high-quality on-brand designs in just a few clicks. And we've shown you now 3 different ways that the Connect API can improve workflows for Canva users: asset management, design collaboration, and designing at scale with autofill.
And now, we would like to welcome our partner Sharon, product manager at Hootsuite, to come to the stage and share with us their real life of collaborating with Connect API, partnering with Canva, and enabling their users. Welcome, Sharon. Firstly, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and Hootsuite?
Sure, thanks for having me. My name is Sharon Bates. I'm a product manager here at Hootsuite, which is an all-in-one platform helping both SMB and large enterprise organizations unlock the value of their social media relationships. Currently, I lead multiple product areas across creating, content sourcing, and editing, all within the Hootsuite platform.
Thank you, Sharon. So tell us, what was your initial goal when you set out to partner with Canva and build an integration?
Yeah, I think our customers are the heart of everything we do at Hootsuite. So we know for social media marketing professionals especially, they have incredibly limited time and resources. And so creating on-brand, compliant, and also timely content in the really fast-paced and visual-first world of social, it's incredibly difficult. So it's part of it.
And Hootsuite had already been working with Canva, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. We've had the Canva integration embedded into both our organic and social ads publishing workflows for quite a while now. We did find, however, time that there were some limitations with this existing integration, and so it was resulting in a lack of adoption.
And that's where Connect APIs come in?
That's exactly it. So we went out to seek a better solution to this problem that many of our customers were facing. We know today already that many of our Hootsuite customers also already use Canva, and so we wanted to find something that was able to provide more robust functionality as well as a better user experience so they could save more time in their day-to-day workflows. And yeah, so we reached out to the Canva team and learned more about the Connect APIs and decided to join the beta program.
Awesome. And what was your experience like building with our APIs, especially considering that they were in beta when you first started?
Yeah, so it's been a really rewarding and overall positive experience. At Hootsuite, we work with many of the major social networks and therefore the APIs, and we know exactly how challenging it can be taking a new API from beta to GA. And also on our side, starting to develop with these APIs as they go through that process. But honestly, it's been a really rewarding experience. We've worked with Sarah, Bo, Rory, a bunch of them, and they've been incredibly vital to understanding for us, the app review process, resolving any bugs, answering any questions we've had, and also just figuring out all of the things that sort of come up as you start building.
Awesome. Well, for the record, we've really loved partnering with you too. The feedback that Hootsuite and our other beta partners have provided has really been vital to informing the direction of the Connect API. And I know that will continue to be the case over the next few months. But maybe you could share a specific example of how we partnered together to shape the APIs.
Yeah, there's definitely a few to come to mind, but one I'd love to share with the crowd is around multi-page design. So we know for social media especially that many customers will not necessarily want to bring in all of the pages of a multi-page design right into their social posts. So when the beta API was coming out, you could only pull in all of the pages of a design. We knew from previous research and also from our customers coming into our alpha release that this was becoming more and more important, that we were able to let them choose which file formats, as well as which pages of a design that they wanted to pull in. And yeah, we provided this feedback to the Canva team here, and they were able to really quickly add in those additional fields, and we've now been unblocked to empower our users to use Canva in the way they would natively, right within the Hootsuite platform.
We are so happy to hear that, Sharon. So we know that this integration is rolling out more widely for Hootsuite users. What are you most excited about that?
Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, the joy that it's going to bring our customers, again, many of them already use both Canva and Hootsuite today. So I know they're going to be pleased about this, but also the time savings as well. Going between two different platforms, downloading, re-uploading, it really takes a lot out of your day, and it's always these seemingly little things that can take up most of your time, and the context switching too. So really excited to see this scale up to more users as we go through an alpha to a beta on our side as well. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, Sharon, and sharing your experience of building with the Connect APIs and partnering with us. We're very excited to continue to work with you over the next few months. Thank you.